Hi, and welcome everyone to And Whose Fault Is That? I'm Phil.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to say, and I'm Nyxi. This is episode 10 of season 2.
No. Let's start over.
No. This is in the show. Good job. Yeah, we're trying something new, kids. Today's episode, CEO Steeplehands.
CEO Steeplehands. How in the holy hell do you want me to put this in a thumbnail? It's worse. Okay, fine. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
And we'll get to that later. Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. Everything is hunky-dory. Hunky-dory. It's a little exaggerated, but I'm looking forward to covering our topics today. Which, can I just say the short version of what it is that you're covering or bringing up?
Sure.
Okay, Enron. I wanted to blurt it out right away.
Enron, let's get it out of the way.
There's like a couple other like noteworthy things that I wanted to touch. What do you call it? Prescription drug commercials.
Yeah.
We have a few fun things I want to touch base on that I learned last week. And, what are we watching? So I'm curious to know what you've been eyeing on the tube. But by all means, sir, I know I've butchered this introduction, but...
It's all right.
Please, take it away.
It's the first time. So you had sent me something earlier this week, and it piqued my interest because you started with, I thought this was a skit.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, it looks like a skit. The thumbnail is just a, I don't know, tech bro-ish guy named Connor. It's very, very produced. Mm-hmm. And I thought, oh, this is going to be one of those Saturday Night Live or like college humor skits.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah.
Oh no. It's real. And it's got the new CEO of Enron who's going to solve problems and create solutions. And just because they've had poor leadership in the past doesn't mean we're going to fuck up again. Literally, yeah. And
it's like one of those like, hey, can we talk? That's
Oh no. And not only that, I think the thing that kills me about this is every single like clip while he's doing a voiceover is I'm watching it now as we're doing it, and there's he's got one of his teammates in a white shirt, Sharpie, dry erase, and he's drawing some sort of diagram on a whiteboard, and then they pan to Connor, and Connor's like holding his chin, nodding his head approvingly, like, good on you, Asian guy with glasses. That is a good solution, because that's what we've got going on in this clip.
Just
so much nodding and chin grabbing.
The amount of negative, like, text that you can associate with Enron.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I genuinely was like, this is satire, right? This is not real. One of the comments said something along the lines of 90% sure the onion.
Doing this. There's a clip where he's doing the Steeplehands.
So
CEO Steeplehands.
No. CEO Steeplehands. I think that might have to be the title. But
okay. I'll re-record that at the end.
Oh, no, it's fine.
We will
save
like
it
that
for another
more.
day. CEO Steeplehands. One of the comments was, 90% sure the Onion bought this. And I was like, I genuinely...
the Onion bought Enron.
Yeah, I genuinely thought that's, what was happening. And I was like, okay, so I was like, it's kind of making me like speculate whether or not this is actual crap. It still doesn't seem real to me. And then I watched it again for some reason. I hate myself. But you know what it made me think of? It made me think of the 20-year-old. It made me feel the same way as the now 20-year-old video by Rebecca Black called It's Friday, where this was a genuine release. You know that song, It's Friday, Friday.
Yeah, I mean, didn't her parents like buy that for her as a birthday present to make like a music video for herself?
Horribly produced thing, but when you watched it the first time, you're like, this is not real. Like, that gave me the same, like, what the hell is this? Like, this is fake. It's got to be fake. And it's like, no, sure as shit.
Yeah.
definitely real. But he says a lot of
Oh, there's a lot. Connor would like you to know that he used to renovate houses with his father. Connor would like you to know that that he is innovative, and that everybody there, because everybody in the video has an Enron mug, and they're drinking from it, and he believes that Enron has good bones.
I bought this muffin with my latest cryptocurrency.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and I think the other thing is that we should clarify that Connor here is looks like he just graduated college after finishing his master's.
Yeah. Daddy, I really want Enron. No, son. I told you you're only getting Walgreens. No, I want Enron.
Just the walking and pointing. This is just it is just. I mean, I could rewatch this so many times, and every time I rewatch it, there's something that I see, and just again, happy smiling CEO, lots of nodding, affirmative, gestures.
So
The one that I really question is like we pan to the camera guy twice, but he's the one filming. So, oh, and these are also unnecessarily close. And I don't know if this is a problem because it's just portrait, but I feel like we're really zoomed in on this. So I kind of want to, but no, because it's on their official page. Huh. Yeah, just everything's really tight, right? You know what I'm talking about? Like,
yes. Okay, forgive the spoiler here. But it is fake.
what?
It is fake. So
No.
oh yeah. So people are
Breaking
really
news,
upset
everybody.
about this, but on December 2nd, 2024, on the 23rd anniversary of its bankruptcy, a group known for the Birds Aren't Real parody announced Enron's return, complete with promotional videos and a revamped website. This was on New York Magazine, okay? And then
Aw.
AP News covered it as well. Where they covered
How
apparently
did they get their official
yeah.
Instagram page?
And then the campaign features a video filled with corporate jargon and imagery, ending with
It's
the
literally
message.
the most corporate jargony page.
Oh yeah, ending with the message, "We're back. Can we talk?" Which is hilarious. That I just said that, and then
We're back. We're ordered to stay 100 yards from you, but
listen, can we talk? Yeah.
we're listening.
And then this has been accompanied by billboards in the Houston area and a full-page ad in the Houston Chronicle. And while the campaign is intended
How did
as satire,
Instagram let them buy? How would they?
I don't
It's the
think it's
official page.
they must have shown they must own the name or something. You cannot claim a handle that way
No,
without copyright infringement or showing documentation or saying
Yeah.
impersonation.
That's what I'm like. This is fantastic.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean now Connor's name really, it's fake, so it really
It makes sense, right?
makes all the sense. But
Apparently, the ex-employees are very upset about this because, former employees are like, it's a pretty sick joke because it disparages like the people that work there. And it's like,
oh, I love that 3 days ago there was a post that said, we are deeply saddened and shocked by yesterday's attack on our CEO, Connor Gaydos. It is clear not everyone shares the enthusiasm surrounding our return. To address this, we are hosting a town hall in Houston near Enron's original headquarters in 3 days.
what murder?
Locals are invited. Yeah, what murder? Locals are invited to engage with Connor face to face in a public forum.
Oh my God.
This
that's
is
gonna turn into a
hilarious.
mess. That's going to turn into a mess. If they actually have that, this is going to top the, hey, we booked the wrong landscaping company.
In 3 days. That means it should have happened today. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'll
Priority
have to
given to
look that up.
Houston residents, so I guess you're not on the priority list there.
I guess not.
But
I
this
guess
is true.
not.
I mean, again, I still think this is hilarious and just so many things. Just, I mean, beautifully executed. I mean, I was perfectly okay with them returning. I don't, I could care less, but I just think that it's masterfully done because it's just, it's sweet.
I really was not expecting.
Mm-hmm.
This is taking me on a roller coaster, honestly, because I was like, When I sent it to you, I was like, "There's no fucking way he's gonna have the same
like,
reaction
I wanted to
that
believe.
I had," which is like, "I wanted to believe." Yeah. Anyway, I think that's hilarious. Corporations, am I right?
Yeah. CEO Steeple hands.
CEO Steeple hands. Speaking of, so I brought this up previously, and you were absolutely adamant that I talked about it. But I was consuming television, and I don't know. I grew up with like really basic television, and I didn't have satellite or anything nuts, and I am totally okay with commercials. I don't have this like obsession with fast forwarding or skipping, and I don't like paying double the price just so I could skip 30 seconds. For me, it's fine. It gives me a chance to do other stuff, you know? So I don't have, I think I have base account for Hulu or whatever. And so I get commercials very often with like whatever programs I'm watching, which we're going to touch later on what we've been watching. But so this commercial comes up for like Plex Nipola or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. Anyway, I was telling you that I would like to have the same confidence and like lack of shame that these people with their fake medical testimonials have on prescription medication or prescription drug commercials. Because I'm so tired of looking at Rhonda go, I used to shit myself weekly and now I don't, but like happy about it. And it's like, even if I took the medication, even if this thing changed my life, I would still not have a smile on my face. And the casting for these commercials is horrible. And so it went from like a grinds my gears to just observation of, I don't know. It just frustrates me. It just frustrates me. Because they'll be like, oh, temporarily mistake yourself for cats, a spontaneous dislike of paints, one toe larger than the other, compulsive air guitar playing, unbelievable attraction to IKEA furniture, and it's just random fits of yodeling, and they're just like smiling like it's the best thing that ever happened to them, you know.
I used to have random fits of yodeling, and now I take anti-yodel cream, and all is well. My family will speak to me again.
My husband absolutely hated me because of my extra eyebrow, and now everything's okay. But she's smiling, and it's like, you can't. This is trauma you're referring to. How could you be happy about the trauma? Are you that blown away by this medication that you're taking that it's completely wiped your memory of pain?
Yeah, like you said, the lack of the confidence level is funny.
Yeah.
Again, I don't tend to watch commercials because everything I have doesn't come with them. But
yeah,
back in those days, I know what you're talking about. Though YouTube will still throw them at me, and yeah, you do get things like that.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand that there's a target demographic for that, and it's usually around the judge shows, you know, Judge Judy or Judge Greg or whatever, or, you know, the early afternoons. And
ask your doctor.
Ask your doctor if Flupella is right for you. And like, it's just, I don't know. Like, I was very used to always seeing the same types of commercials, but lately, because of the show that I've been watching, it seems like that's the ad space that they bought. Right. So I must be in the demographic for older people that are on medication because
on many medications,
like, they keep pumping this stuff like over and over again, like 30-second commercials that are progressive. They sprinkle in a little insurance in there, here and there, you know.
I don't think I was going to say, I understand the target and the demographic and all that other stuff. But I mean, I don't know about you, but like, I don't see my doctor once a year, roughly, depending on, I mean, twice a year, maybe, if there's something she wants to follow up on.
Okay.
But like, are you making a note? Are you coming back and be like, hold on, I was supposed to talk to you about something?
Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning.
Do you have something you want to talk to about? Or maybe Flupella is right for you.
But I can't forget though. Flupella. Yeah. I can't forget.
Why did I write this on my hand? Oh, that's right. I was watching a commercial between Judge Judy episodes, and it told me to ask you about
Flupella and see if it's right for me. I actually
They're
want
like,
to.
you're not pregnant, so no.
I actually want to make sure that I can either delay my medication intake, or like if it's I can't skip a week, then can I bring my medication with me? I should be able to, because people travel with their diabetes medication, so there should be no reason why. I just have a lot of flights to take, and I'm really worried about messing this up again because I'm gonna
How
scream.
many how many hops do you have to get to JA Pan?
3 hops.
3 hops.
3 hops.
Do you
Well,
not live near an international airport? My God.
I don't know why, but Austin is very Green Bay airport. It's like the smaller airport. If I wanted to do anything really direct, I usually drive to Houston, and that's about 2.5 hours away. But I'm
Ew.
not gonna drive all the way to Houston and then take a
To park a
15-hour,
car.
20
Yeah.
hour. Yeah, yeah. No.
Wait, so what are your hops?
Austin to LAX, LAX to Tokyo, Tokyo to the final destination, and
Okay,
so
okay, okay. So the final destination is not okay.
yeah.
Secondary city. Okay, that lines up. All right. Yeah, I'm like, I thought you were like, we're going from Austin to New Mexico, New Mexico to LAX, LAX to.
No, I am meeting a colleague, and she lives in Los Angeles, so I made sure that the flights would stop so she can get on the plane.
Oh,
So
lovely.
I
Well, did you
tried to,
coordinate seats
yeah,
as well?
coordinate that well. Yes, I did.
Wow.
Which
Oh boy.
I thought the travel agency had coordinated seats, but they
Middle,
coordinated
last
rows.
row.
No,
Oh,
they
rows. Okay.
coordinated rows. And so that immediately gave me and my colleague the impression that, well, at least they tried, you know. I know that you're
Okay.
at like 12J, but I'm at 14J. Maybe the person next to us will swap or whatever. No, they just chose rows. They didn't choose seats. Because then I logged into the, you know, websites for the airlines, and all the seats were available to sit right next to her. So I just swapped my seats over. I was
Good
like, why
Lord.
didn't you just,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway. But anyway, that was my, grinding my gear type of scenario, and I didn't mean to rant about it, but
No, no.
I
That's
just I in a in a timeline where we are consuming content so quickly, we don't have something like an average attention span of 11 seconds, and where the audience has increasingly shown that they lean more towards authenticity versus, fake corporate jargon and bullshit. How are you still making prescription commercials the same way? How?
yeah. It's like there's somewhere a template. So what fascinates me is so you have somebody like Alton Brown, right? And he started in commercials. So
I
like
didn't know that.
there is a bread and butter of directorship that starts at those kind of, how do I put this? I don't want to be insulting. That's why I'm just kind of choosing my words carefully. That basically it's maybe bread and butter. Like it's bread and butter, just essentially almost I would say is like blue collar video work. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's where commercials like that fall. But I'd be fascinated to see, like, is there like 2 or 3 guys that are directing all of these commercials, and they, like, if we IMDb hunt this down, is that where this is? And they're just like, we have a formula and it works, and it's also the way the marketing department would like it, and so we just dot the i's, cross the t's.
Yeah, but in the end, that department is what dictates how things are
Oh,
made.
marketing, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so if we brief it, that's what it's going to look like. And so for the marketing department to be so out of touch is the literal opposite of what the marketing department is supposed to be like. Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's just because I'm very close to this like vein, and when it
Yeah.
comes to like from a production aspect, and it kind of just frustrates me because I'm annoyed. I want a commercial that is like, listen, oh, okay, Wilfred Brimley, Perfect example. The guy was miserable. He was diabetic. And you know what? That fucking sucks. Nobody wants diabetes. Amen. Case closed. Instead of like, Flapella. Sorry, your nipples are too long. But take this injection. And,
But and the visuals are always so wholesome. We're in a city park. We're at
Yes.
a barbecue.
Yes.
We are at church. Like it's always something.
Church.
Yeah, graduation, church.
Yeah. There's a frisbee. There's a dog. You bump into someone at the grocery store. It's exactly the same. Yeah, it's always the same.
Yeah.
It's always the same.
It's oh god. I mean, again, there's versions of this that could be improved by just messing with the location, like
yeah,
dropping off your recycling, and they're like, "Oh hi,
waving
Brenda,
to yeah.
your face looks so much better. It's no longer purple."
I've been taking Flapella.
Yeah,
it's reversed my divorce. Like, I don't know. Anyway, whatever.
But again, the inappropriate setting of like silly things like visiting the DMV.
Yeah.
Having the conversation in line at the DMV.
Yeah.
More realistic.
Yeah.
Get it together, marketing. Get it together.
I understand they're trying to mask the side effects with whatever's going on visuals, but there's so many other things you could be doing that could distract you while you have
that's the other thing,
voiceover.
Right? They try to cheerily tell you that the side effects, which all sound horrific, it's like your hands may fall off, your nose may turn into a different shape.
Then there's the standard, right? The standard. What's the standard? Don't take X if you're allergic to X, because it's always that. It doesn't matter what the prescription is. Don't take Flapella if you're allergic to Flapella. It's like,
yeah,
okay.
Don't take Flapella if you drink water or think about water or eat cheese.
Yes. Do you run on oxygen? Don't take Flapella. Like, it's not worth it.
Flapella may not be right for you if you like Tuesdays.
Yeah, exactly. Do you constantly think you used to be an extra on the Seinfeld? Well, don't take Flapella. Yeah. Anyway, those are my commercials.
Oh boy, this may make it into our thumbnail.
Those are my commercials.
How are we spelling Flupella?
Flupella. Because I want the Spanish people to say Flupeya in case they read.
Did I send you that Instagram clip of the lady? Yes, I did, because you're like rice. It's an English word.
Oh, I saw that.
The paella lady. She's like, what did she keep saying?
Paella.
Paella?
Paella. Yeah, I know. Okay.
I love how her husband just keeps...
That you're commercial free. In your commercial free adventures, what have you been consuming lately on the tube?
So... one I just picked up a couple days ago, because it kind of, I think it was not an Instagram. It was it was an ad on YouTube, and it reminded me that this existed. But when I watched half the first episode, it really gave me an interesting vibe. So what I've picked up is. And to be clear, in this segment, we will not always bring up new shows, but in this case, it is a brand new show, and there's only 3 episodes of it. Is the new Star Wars show, Skeleton Crew.
Really? Okay.
So I walked into this, I've seen just little clips in here and there. I really didn't know what I was getting into. In fact, when I hit play a couple days ago, I thought it was a animated series.
Oh, okay.
And I was surprised to see that it is live action, but it is set from the perspective of 11 to 13-year-old kids, maybe 11 to 12, maybe a little bit younger. And I was pleasantly surprised to see and again, they're going to go on adventures. It's got that vibe where we're going on adventures. But they set the scene as our main character is literally living in the Star Wars suburbs after the fall of the Empire. He's got a dad. His dad is mom's not around. So we're assuming that mom is gone. Mom passed away.
And of course, spoiler alert here if you haven't watched the show.
They give this away in the first 30 seconds of the show,
Okay,
so I mean,
okay.
hopefully it's not. But again, the setting of that where they paint this picture where he's like, it's just suburban Star Wars is probably the best way I can put it, and it looks like Mayberry. I mean, it's from Mayberry Star Wars, where you're just like lined streets and droids and people walking dogs and kids running to school and but it was just like, wow, this took me by surprise because I'm like, usually the Star Wars ones are dark and they do this and they do that, and historically they've we meet the characters and there's always something mysterious and it's going to go take you on an adventure. We never start with, here's lunch money for the week, I'm working late.
Okay.
That's where we literally open with, is like, hi son, I'm working late this week, make sure you do your homework, and here's lunch money for the week. I mean, it's not your typical Star Wars opening.
That kind of sells it to me more because I've seen a couple of the trailers and I'm just like, eh.
Yeah.
I'm a little weary about how you describe the perspective, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm catching what you put down.
Yeah.
But isn't what's his name in it? Something Judd or something?
I haven't gotten that far. I watched like half the first episode.
Oh, well then maybe you haven't. Okay.
I haven't gotten there. Yeah.
What did you say it was called? Skeleton Crew?
Yeah, Skeleton Crew.
I'm trying to it's not like a spoiler or anything. It's literally all over the trailers. So
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like spoil things for
Yeah.
you. I'm just trying to remember the name of the
It's on the Plex.
It's on the Plex. Star Wars Skeleton Crew is... God, why am I forgetting this man's name? Jude Law. I said Judd.
Jude Law.
I said Judd. Good old Judd.
Judd Law.
Okay, that's cool. That's actually a nice suggestion. I have a disease, and it's called Never Watchitis. There's about 200 programs on my list, and due to everyday factors, when I actually sit down and watch something, I put something stupid on that I can not pay attention to. We've discussed this already.
Yeah,
But
and what are you not paying attention to in
is-
your most recent adventures?
Great question. Before I answer that, question for you: is this a weekly release, or is this something you can
yes.
binge? Okay,
No, this is a weekly, so there are only 3 episodes have come out so far.
only 3 have
Yeah.
come out. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I understood. Okay, I have been watching NCIS, Naval
Criminal
Criminal Investigative
Investigative.
Services or something.
Yes.
Naval
Gibbs.
Committee. Yeah, Gibbs. Yeah, that's what I've been watching. I think I'm on season 5 right now. I'm kind of just waiting for Ziva and Donozo to hook up. And I'm
Ziva
not even
from
gonna
Mossad. That's why I'm like, Ziva from Mossad. She should have business cards.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
I'm on loan. It is. I have partaken in the NCIS once upon a time, and I just found that really funny because they do on some levels follow a formula.
Oh,
where it's like
absolutely,
fish out of water, and has to be accepted by the group, and we're leery of Ziva because she's from somewhere else.
Yes. Bum, bum, bum. And then Ziva's disconnected. She has no feelings, but she really does. Yeah. It's very cookie cutter, and that's why it's easy for me to just put on.
Oh yeah, no,
enjoy.
it's great. Yeah, I mean, much like what I do, and it comes and goes. Is I don't know what period of time in my life that I got into watching Law and Order original one. Maybe it was because the actors were in it, but that is my mindless one where I can put that on. But same thing where they have a formula, and boy, have they perfected it. And they're always like, it's a story, like it's it's always like half a degree off. Like you've got a crime that's similar to one that's happened in real life, but just odd enough, just off the mark enough where it's like, instead of the victim being hit with a frying pan, they got hit with a piano. And that's what we've got. And then instead of being in New York, it was in the Bronx. And Yeah.
Yeah, it's always inspired by true events, but not admitted.
There's a part of me that would love to be in the writer's room where they're like, well, so we have this thing where a guy got hit with a frying pan. Okay. And what can we do to make it? Oh, what if we make it a piano instead? And then, instead of it being over money, let's make it about, you know, a business deal gone wrong. It's like, okay,
Everything
well,
is
we're
reused.
just all right there. But we all know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Everything is reused and some sort of basis to build off
Yeah.
of. I mean, I'm enjoying the show. I don't know what happened the last seasons or something because I must have fallen asleep and skipped like 6 episodes at a time. But Donoso had a mark. He was undercover. Fell in love with the mark's daughter.
Scandal.
And then she, out of nowhere, after they declared and professed love to each other, 2
Betrayed
episodes
him?
later, was like, I'm leaving. Make your choice. And then there he is next to
wow.
the fireplace reading this letter that he took out of his jacket, where literally he stares at the rest of the crew, right, while they're just having jovial conversations in the middle of a murder scene. Just opens this envelope, reads the aforementioned ultimatum, and does the generic like smirk, like I choose you, my friends, and then throws this thing in the fireplace. And I was like,
choose you, my friends. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
it was very Pokawai. But okay, I know this is a show. I know it's not supposed to be real, but I can't help it because this is how my brain works. But if I have 4 friends standing in a living room and I look at my friend, who's, by the way, squatting by the fireplace. Nobody does that. Nobody comfortably chooses that position. There's no chair. There's no reason for him to be squatting. He's not drying his ass. Nothing is happening. So you're squatting in front of the fireplace randomly out of nowhere. And we make eye contact. I'm not going to go,
We break the fourth wall?
yeah, we make eye contact. They make eye contact, right? And it's like, at that point, wouldn't you be like, why the fuck are you squatting near the fireplace? And then if your answer is, I just want to read this letter one last time, I'd be like, why don't you get the fuck up and stop being stupid? Like stop. We're having a conversation here. Why did you choose this moment to go squat and fire? Like, I don't understand. So anyway, today's a very rant kind of day, I guess. But yes,
Yeah.
I've been watching NCIS, and that plot line has terminated. So now I'm waiting for spicy Ziva content.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep watching this, and we'll see what takes.
Okie dokie.
So
Yeah. How is the
I'm still just I want to finish that up, and I'm like I still have House on the brain, and one of these days I will start rewatching House. But for right now,
I mean,
it's
so far
gonna be
it's 3
Star Wars.
episodes. We're
Yeah. I want at some point, but then new stuff is coming back. What did I see on the calendar? Something else is coming back where I got super excited. So we'll see.
Me too, but then I have to start paying for Apple TV again. So I'm on the fence because I don't watch TV enough for that. So it's called Severance. It's fantastic.
Oh, that's what's coming back. That's why I'm excited because
Yeah?
Severance is coming back. Oh,
Love
I can't wait.
Severance. I can't wait. Okay, no spoilers. I love
Yeah. This
I
is
love
becoming a whole. Yeah, I was gonna say this is not gonna be the.
We're
what
turning
are we
into an
watching
apps
hour.
episode, so this is not.
Yeah.
So,
No.
Yeah, there's only so many episodes we can apologize for. Limit 1 per season. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Well, there was this new segment that I wanted to try to incorporate into our podcast, which is, I don't know what to call it yet, because I feel like it would help in future episodes when I go through like the rundown of the show or the overview.
Do you want a jingle?
For it to have, that would be cool, but no, for it to have like a name.
You're like, no, too much work.
Yeah, for it to have a name. But there's no name for it right now. I just would like to talk to you about things that you do for yourself that is, positive, like a self-care or self-love kind of thing that you've done for yourself during the week, just as a mental health boost. And I'm more than happy to start if that's something that you would prefer.
Yeah, go ahead and start, and we'll see. Because I'll think it's been a busy couple of weeks, so I'm trying to.
I noticed that I'm trying to be a little bit more aware of the love I show myself. Little things
Like giving yourself more time, like, or being more,
just
what's the
forgiving
word? I
myself
mean,
a little more.
yeah, just be like, yeah, you know what? I could be stressing about this, but like, if I just take a moment and instead just accept or something.
I have never, I have been perpetually and consistently overwhelmed with job that I have not stepped away and went like, hey, you're doing good work. Like, like I have not actually, I guess, tallied the amount of things that I do and respect myself for how much I do. I
Yeah.
just get lost in the fact that there's a lot going on. But anyway, we've had previous conversations regarding the chiropractor and how, my spine is like a Snyder's pretzel. So we've discussed the pillow. What was it called? The
Cervical pillow.
cervical pillow. Thank you for that. I'm trying to be really good about it. We're supposed to do like 10 minutes a day, right? So
Yeah.
I've set basically a reminder for myself that goes off every morning, with an annoying sound bite so that I know I can't dismiss it. And it is the cervical pillow reminder, where for 10 minutes every morning I lay flat on the ground, and it's almost like meditative. I just try to
Ooh,
relax
yeah.
and not
Mm-hmm.
immediately jump in how I normally jump in. Because once I'm awake, it is instant. A million things to do. My brain is all over the place. And then when even there isn't a lot of things to do, I find stuff to do because I have to be proactive. I got to do something. And so I'm trying to disconnect that and break that type of habit, because I would like, not that it's necessarily stressful, but it's beneficial to do some meditative.
To take a moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take a
No, I
moment.
agree.
So wake up. The day just started. Literally, there should be nothing on fire. Take the 10 minutes. Help your back because physically you need it. And so use
Yeah.
the pillow and just chill a little bit. My only obstacle currently is this one, because he doesn't understand what the hell's going on. So he's like,
He's like,
yay.
it's like my choreographer. You're on the floor. Let me lay on your chest.
Exactly. Yeah, what are you
Or
doing?
lick your face.
Yeah, let me try to clean your nose. And you're like, ugh, no. So yeah, that's what I've been trying to do for myself. Trying to incorporate for myself is to do that daily. Trying. So far, like,
Yeah, but see,
80%
that's
success
a
rate.
huge part of it is okay, you're making an effort, and stuff comes up, but I think that's a huge one where, um, I think awareness is a huge part of a lot of things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I'm halfway there. Like, I've tried repeatedly to incorporate some sort of slower morning routine, but inevitably things just snowball. So it's one of those like busy the day before, so went to bed later than I wanted to. So instead of getting up at 5:30, I slept until 6:30 and then just kind of blew through my morning routine and coasted into my desk just in time to sign on to my first meeting of the day at 7. And I mean, I've had repeated conversations with my therapist about maybe not eating breakfast at my desk, and we're about 50% of there, where I'm making an effort to not eat breakfast in front of my desk about 50% of the time.
How are you looking at your extra hour of sleep? Like you're procrastinating, or you're just giving yourself more rest? Because that could be good too, getting that
Oh
extra
no, that's what
hour.
I'm doing. Like I the alarm clock may go off at like 5:15, and I will just smack it and just keep sleeping. And I almost prepare myself for this because I will set an alarm for 6:30 as the emergency ripcord. Like, when the other parachutes fail, don't forget we've got this backup parachute that at 6:30 we'll panic,
Mm-hmm.
run into the shower, slap on some clothes, fly down the stairs like Bart Simpson, and then land at the desk, let the dog out, and and it's not a very self-care thing. Again, I am aware, so we're again 50% there. I know what I'm doing wrong. Um, it's just implementing it, which, again, like I said, half the time I will take the time, get up. The days go so much better when I do. I feel way less rushed on those days that I just kind of take my time, go downstairs,
Yeah.
let the dog out, let him do his thing, make breakfast, sit at the table. Yeah.
I guess it's kind of
So
counterintuitive too, because you're overloading yourself so much that you're shooting yourself in the foot the next day because you're so
yeah.
tired. You just want to sleep more. And so
Oh yeah,
it's
just
just dealing with
snowballs.
a lot of stuff. Yeah, it
Yeah.
snowballs. But I think that like one of the things that I would like to mimic is having that regularly scheduled therapy session, which I don't have.
Yeah.
We go to couples therapy, which we try to look at as like a healthy go do it even if you think you don't need it kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do have a therapist that I use on occasion, but I would like to implement it more like a every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks kind of thing. Maybe weekly is just not feasible, but
No, and it really depends. I mean, like I'm on kind of a monthly cycle where yeah,
yeah, that could be good too. Yeah.
where it's just kind of check in and and chat about stresses and stuff and kind of maybe workshop through some things. But yeah,
Yeah. That makes
it is a
sense.
healthy thing.
I think no, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yes,
agreed.
indeed.
There is.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, shall we go on to our random fun fact of the week? Because I finally
Which
thought
we
of
will
one.
also probably rename. These are
Yes.
reference points.
I really think that the self-care.
Oh my God, you made a flupella picture. I just saw it. Okay, anyway.
Yo, she saw the
Oh,
show
yeah,
art.
put
This
a
is
pin in
great.
it. Okay.
The self-care episode, I would not be opposed to calling it the Hunter self-care extravaganza or something.
Hunter self-care extravaganza? Why?
I don't know. You're holding him like a baby, so I'm just like
I do.
he's part of your. He is part of your self-care
Yeah.
or hunter care.
Hunter care.
Hunter care with more fur.
Yeah, now with Frito feet. So I never thought I would have a lap dog that's this big. So for me, the lap dog, I would expect it more from Sophie. Sophie likes it. She curls up, but after a while, Sophie turns into like a radiator, and she's like a furnace. She's so hot, and it's like she's like a little ball of magma, and I have to put her
space
down.
heater.
She's unbelievable. She's so small too, but anyway, she's like those hand warmers, and you're just like, what the? So anyway, she gets really hot, but he is just all he cares about. Oh, you're sitting down? Pick me up. Anyway, a friend of mine was talking about having to buy certain things to clean her pots and pans, specific chemicals or whatever. I gotta go get barkeeper's friend or bartender's keeper or whatever.
Yeah, barkeeper's friend. You got it right the first
time. And I will use that for the glass stovetop.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't use it for anything else because I was like, why? Just
I mean, stainless steel and stuff, and yeah, that kind of stuff on pots.
Okay, I'm not going to assume that you don't know, but I was blown away that she didn't. And this is just one of those things where you think it's an everyday thing and that everybody knows, but they don't know. And maybe you do. Tomato paste
is for eating. What do you mean?
It is for cleaning. Did you ever? Okay, oh my God. Guys, please focus. Okay, so dirty pan that's black and burnt underneath. Filthy, gross pan. You put tomato paste on it.
Pan should be ashamed.
You put tomato paste on it, and then you just wipe off everything, and your pans look brand new. I thought people knew this, and I kind of expected you to know it. Because
no, I've never. I'm all the give me more cancer chemicals. But okay, hold on. So burnt on food. Burnt on food. And is there any trick to this? You just no. So okay, if I've burnt on food on a glass,
I'm not talking about burnt on food. I'm talking about underneath your pans when they turn pretty black and oxidized and they look
on the underside,
and then also on the inside where they look just overused. It doesn't matter how much you clean it, they always have that like not new look, like, but it's tomato paste. The logic is there, right? It's acid. Of course it's going to strip away things. But for some reason, when I told Amy this, she was like, what? I was like, tomato paste. Just put tomato paste. It's like 60 cents or 68 cents, or buy the tube. She wanted to buy the tube. I'm like, I don't care what you buy. Put the paste on the pan, leave it there for like 30 seconds, and then wipe and look at your pans just go like, right? No.
Huh. No, first time hearing of it.
So I would like to boast that the random piece of knowledge that I'm sharing today is not something that I saved. It is something that I brought to the table. So that's how we're going to get this ball rolling for fun things that you didn't know, or things that make you go, or today I learned. Yes. Look it up. It's like tomato paste clean pans or something like that. And there should be a few videos of it, but
Oh, it's gonna be in the link in the show notes.
good.
This is breaking news. I'm fascinated. I would be looking this up for my own amusement, and
Yeah.
I can't compete with that. We should just
Why?
end the show
No,
right
I
here.
want to know. I want to know.
No, I've got nothing.
Oh.
I genuinely I was asking Chatty G to give me random facts, and it gave me weird things like octopuses have 3 hearts.
I didn't know that.
2 pump blood to the gills, while the third pumps it to the rest of the body. And the heart that pumps it to the body will stop when they swim. So that's a thing.
Don't take Flupella if you swim.
If you're an octopus with 3 hearts, Flupella may not be
It
right
may not
for
be
you.
for you. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, yeah. Fine, but I'm gonna hold you to it for next week. I know that.
No, I will. We're gonna get the hang of this. We're trying to actually have some sort of
structure to
structure to
what we
this,
talk
and so
about.
yeah.
And
So
listen, we are these. This is the slowest unraveling of A/B testing you've ever seen in your life, and that's fine. I'm okay with it. We do things a certain way, and
We do things a little bit different here at Olive Garden.
when you hear your family.
What murder?
Except we hate our family. What murder? Yeah, exactly.
He was the best guy.
He was the best guy. Anyway, so today, thank you for listening, everybody.
Put that into
Wait,
the show
I
notes
totally
as
don't
well.
remember the title. What is it now?
Oh
Triangle
no,
Man?
actually we're good. Yeah, we're doing today's episode, CEO Steeple Hands.
All right. So thank you for listening, everybody, to episode 10, CEO Staple Hands. No, Steeple, not Staple.
Steeple, not Staple.
CEO.
No, this is funny because now I'm gonna change the AI generated clip.
Okay, anyway, thanks for listening to today's episode 10, CEO Steeple Hands. Maybe stop laughing. Okay. We covered some noteworthy
Your hands
topics.
in my head. CEO.
Oh no, not Zoidberg. That's not okay. Anyway. So we covered some noteworthy topics. We ranted about Enron and prescription drug medication commercials. We shared some fun facts. We talked about what we were watching. And we have new episodes every Thursday. Also, please check us out at offitpod.com, AWFITPOD.com. You can also email us at comments@offitpod.com. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening, and we will see you next week.
Doodles.